Hello guys, welcome to Python programming tutorials. In this video, I will explain about Python conditional statements. So let's get started. So we know that conditional statements are used to make decisions. So that is why they are also called as decision making statements. So let's see the conditional statements in Python. So we have four types of conditional statements: simple if else statements, nested if else, if ladder, nested if statements, right? So in this video I will explain the first two types, that is simple if and if else statements. So the first one is simple if. So simple if statement executes the statement if the condition is true or not or false. So generally not or false means true, and the syntax is if true condition colon, and inside this if block do some task. Okay, so let's see the flowchart. So this is the flowchart of simple if statement. If condition is true, then the control flow will go to the statements and it will do some task, then it will end the program. If the condition is false, it will directly end the program with some optional statements. So let's see how can we do simple if in Python. So I will open the editor. So I will do nothing, just say if true colon, and after entering into the if block, give tab space for the indentation, so that the Python interpreter will know that this block belongs to if statement. Okay, so now I will print some statement, let's say true statement. Okay, so now I will close this program and run it. So it will execute true statements. So that is because the condition is itself is a true, right? So what happens if I don't give a tab space? Now I will run this program. So it will return me an error, that is print statement indentation error. Here you can see the indentation error, expected indent block. Okay, so that is why you need to mention the indentation block. So now if I will give the false statement, so now I will close this program and execute. Sorry, Python space. So it returns nothing. As you can see, the output is showing nothing because the condition is false and there is nothing to write any statements in this program, right? So that's how simple if works. So let's consider an example. So guys, when can you say a number is positive? A number is said to be positive if that number is greater than 0, right? So let's say n equal to 7. So I'll write n greater than 0. So if n is greater than 0, print, I will mention just plus symbol. So now I will execute this program. So it returns positive, that is because 7 is greater than 0 and 7 is a positive number, right? So when can you say a number is negative? So we can say a number is negative if that number is less than 0. Now I will write another if statement. So if n greater than 0, sorry, less than 0, print negative. Okay, now I will run this program. So it still returns positive because n is 7. So now I will mention minus 7. So now I will save this and run this. So it returns negative because minus 7 is less than 0. So that's how you can check a number is positive or negative by using if statement. So but there is one disadvantage with this approach, that is we are using if after if, right? So the control will flow one after the another. So what happens here is that now we will check the output. So it returns positive. So the first it will check this condition if n greater than 0, then it will print positive. After this statement is printed, it will also check this condition again, right? So it takes memory consumption with this approach. We only want a number to be positive or negative, right? We don't want to check the condition only by if. So it will also check this condition after if this statement is executed, right? So this will be a memory consumption. So in order to avoid this problem, we can simply use else statement. Okay, I will write else here. Now I will mention, let's say 7 equal to n equal to minus 7. Now I will save this and run this. So it will return negative. So what is happening here is that, so first it will check n greater than 0, no, right? So it will go to else part and it will execute that block. Okay, so it returned positive. Now let's say n equal to 7. Now I will run this program. It returns positive, right? So what happening here is that, so the first it will check if n greater than 0, then it will print positive, then it will automatically terminate the program after printing the positive. Okay, it will not check the else part. Okay, so that is the difference between if and if else statement. So that's how you can perform if and if else statement. So I will show you an flowchart. So here is the flowchart for if else statement. So it will first check the condition. If that condition is true, it will execute those true statements. Else it will go to the false statements and it will end the program. Okay, so that's how you can use if and if else statements. In the next video I will explain more about nested if else if ladder and nested if statements. So that's all I had for this tutorial. Hope you all like this video. Thank you for watching.